24, Landon on tackle. On the Willcox Cowboys, let's leave the climb. It will be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Let's go, Alex.
Number 34 on the carry, Alex Anderson.
Welcome in, football fans.
Number 13, Remington Todd on the take tackle.
There we are. Welcome into this broadcast of Show Low Cougars football presented by Hatch Toyota, and we are at a very, very soggy Show Low Ford Stadium for this one tonight. It is a swamp out on the field.
Offside on Wilcox.
As you take a look and see, there was an offside call against the Willcox Cowboys. Show Low comes into the game tonight with an 0-1 record. They opened the season at the NAU Skydome last Friday night, and it was not a great night for them as they squandered a 21-0 halftime lead. And the quarterback, Nash Brewer, will break the pocket and race to the left side and get dumped at about the 10-yard line.
About 10 yards.
Just inside the 10-yard line. The Cougars are going to get a first down. First down and goal right there at that spot. Floyd Simmons along with B-Squared Byron Brown on the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast. This one is Show Low Cougars football. The Sports Zone being the official voice of Cougar football. And then before the snap, flags are everywhere. You see it. This one underway. And you get a call against the Show Low offense. We do welcome you in, everybody. No score yet, but the Cougars are threatening early on that very, very wet and soggy field. Hand up the middle it goes, and into the end zone as well for a Cougar touchdown. We've got that in roster as Ben Frond. Nope. It's Alexander Anderson? Okay. Not the freshman quarterback who normally wears number 30. Correct. Okay. We're going to get a word in just a moment from Hatch Toyota. We'll hear from Hatch Toyota right after. At least I believe we'll hear from Hatch Toyota right after we find out what this flag is all about. That is going to be an offside on the defense to move it half the distance, a yard and a half closer. So from the 1.5-yard line, we're going to get a chance to see if the Cougars can convert on the point after try. And the kick is up. Kick is good.
The #1 volume dealer is hosting a Labor Day liquidation invoice sale. Prepare for a great deal this weekend as we're slashing prices like never before. For a limited time, we're putting you in the driver's seat of a brand new Toyota at Dealer Invoice, which is the same price we pay from the factory. Score a new Toyota for the same exact price we pay. Say goodbye to haggling and hello to an unbeatable deal. Whether it's Camry, Corolla, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or the all-new Tundra, we've got them at Dealer Invoice. The Labor Day liquidation invoice sale is here to make your dreams of driving a new Toyota a reality at an unbeatable price. But you've got to act fast because this opportunity won't last forever.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offers and benefits, tax and license and dealer documentation fees.
Back we go to the action, everybody. Welcome back into Show Low Ford Stadium, the home of the Show Low Cougars, and tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's Show Low Cougar football presented by Hatch Toyota. Floyd Simmons, Byron Brown. Hey, Byron, have you ever seen such a playing surface for a football game.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this, especially up in the White Mountains.
Tackle made, and the returner for the Cowboys will get knocked down around the 20-yard line, but there is a marker down. That was thrown by the referee, and we're about to find out why. So help me on that call right there. The way he signals that, is he saying holding?
Holding.
Okay, because he doesn't do it in the traditional way.
Right,
He's
right.
got his own different way of making that call.
Well, you know, nowadays everybody has to have their own branding, their own signal, right?
That's true.
I got my own brand. Just like in baseball, no umpire can call the same kind of strike.
You've got to call it your own way. March to the beat of your own drummer. You hear the drums in the back, the Show Low marching band, as the Cowboys try to take it up the middle. Carrying the football is Ismael Cuevas, a sophomore running back for the Cowboys. Gain of 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Hey, the Cowboys, remember last year, got that big win in the second round of the two-way playoffs over Holbrook. Remember that?
Yes.
The Roadrunners were undefeated going into the game, and the Cowboys ended up with a lopsided win at their place. Here's a throw on the run. Pass is caught up the field. Broken tackle across the 40. Blockers in front of the receiver. And unfortunately, he did not use them as effectively as he might have. It's going to be a huge gain nonetheless. Dwayne Ruzma is the receiver. And a huge finish at the end. Jake Decker saving the touchdown. So Alec Fuentes, what am I looking at?
You were looking at the Show Low High School.
Wrong guy. Okay, got it. Alec Fuentes, pardon me on that if you're a Cowboys fan tuning in. Take another look at it on our replay. Beautiful job by Cash McCumber, the quarterback, again, throwing on the run. Catch it, and with that soggy field, able to keep the footing, break that tackle. Go ahead, Jake Decker saving the touchdown for the Cougar defense. The ball goes to... And a running play produces nothing. In fact, a couple of yards lost on the play for the Cowboys.
Yeah, a little fumbled snap right there. Almost a turnover, again, due to the turf right there. Quarterback doesn't quite get good grip on that wet, soggy football. Able to fall on it for the Cowboys of Wilcox.
Cowboys line it up. The wing goes in motion. They'll give to him. The cut back, and it's taken right away, and a turnover. The Cougars are going to get the first takeaway of the game. That is Jet Walker, who ends up taking it right away from the running back, Remington Todd. And he just stripped it right out of his hands.
Floyd, this is what it was like in the first half for the Show Low Cougars against Push Ridge. This is when they caused 3 turnovers, and exactly in that motion right there, they just ripped the ball right out of the hands of the Push Ridge Lions ball carriers in there against Wilcox. You see Jet Walker just reaching in, grabbing that ball, ripping it out, and getting the first turnover of the night for the Cougar defense.
So the Cougars will take over again on offense, their second possession of the game. The first one produced the touchdown. And so now 7-0. And it's going to be the quarterback, and it's going to be the speedy Nash Brewer around the right side. You're not going to catch. Touchdown, Show Low.
Usually, normally after a turnover, you look for the big play, and it's usually a big pass. You go deep. But Show Low's big play is top quarterback, Deuce Brewer right there. Give it to him, get to the outside. Great blocking by Jet Walker out there. Does he not only creates turnovers, he creates open lanes by getting the block on the outside on the inside linebacker. Allows Nash Brewer to get a little lane, and like you said, Floyd, Nash Brewer out in the open, you're not catching him.
76-yard touchdown run for Nash. And inside of 3.5 minutes, the Cougars have tacked 2 touchdowns on. The point after is good as well. And there's another look at Nash, and a great run for touchdown take a long look at it. It was not a great snap. And then Nash went to work. Easton Pena providing some blocking up front. Out here on the edge, I believe that is a great block thrown by the receiver, Jake Decker. Byron, that's exactly what you are always hoping as a football player, is it just parts wide open for you, and there isn't anybody around, no defender in sight. Not a finger laid on that guy who's got, look at the left hand clubbed up. Nash playing with a broken thumb that he suffered earlier this week. And so far, it hasn't had any negative effect on him.
No, he just had the big running play right there. He had, in their first series, he had the big pass to Jet Walker that got it into Wilcox territory before Alex Anderson was able to scamper in for the touchdown. So big plays by Nash Brewer.
So here's a question. How about Nash running to his left? Think about that for a moment as a short kick fielded at the 20-yard line is brought back into the teeth of the Cougar coverage squad. The guy that brought it back was Landon Ward for the Cowboys, and he'll be spotted at about the 33-yard line, first down for the Cowboys. So Nash, how about running to his left? Because normally you want to, if you're going to your left, if you're going to that side of the field as a runner, you want to try and tuck that ball in on the outside, which would be your left hand, but he's got that thing wrapped up like that. Do you worry about that, or is he's going to run with the ball exposed to the tackler?
Well, we'll find out when he runs left.
If he does, right? Handoff, straight up the middle, and the dive has some big yardage. So early on, the Cowboys have done a pretty good job. I believe that was Cuevas on the carry.
Yeah, great job by Wilcox running right up the middle. Great blocking by the offensive line. There was a flag on the play, and I'm kind of curious to see what the flag was. It's personal foul, Show Low, which I thought that was going to be a call. I don't like that because, Floyd, the running back, even though he's out of bounds, he's still running like he's running toward the end zone. And you don't know, as a defender, is he inbounds, is he not inbounds? So you hit him, he's out of bounds, and now all of a sudden you get a 15-yard flag. Next time, you don't hit him, well, he was inbounds, and he scores a touchdown, and now you're doing 50 up downs at practice on Monday.
Yeah, I get your point, Byron. I feel your pain, and we've got a timeout on the field. Let's get a 30-second radio break in, get a 30-second timeout. Let's grab a word from, how about the Furniture Gallery in Snowflake, everybody? We'll be back in just a moment. This is Show Low Cougars football presented by Hatch Toyota.
What's your style? Classic, farmhouse, yeehaw, antique, contemporary, European, bonjour. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, are the experts to not only help you discover what makes you, you, but they'll do it with your budget in mind. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They help you turn a house into a home where families laugh and celebrate, share a meal, and create lasting memories. At the Furniture Gallery, they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Number 12 on the carry, Remington Todd, for a gain of 5 yards.
So, Remington Todd with the carry for the Cowboys. And look, early on in this game, the Cowboys are showing, Byron, that they can move the football. It's going to be a matter of whether they can move it consistently throughout the night, whether or not they can protect the football. They've run it nicely on 3 or 4 of their efforts. There was the long pass earlier. They've got some capacity to move the football.
Yeah, they've shown it here tonight against the Cougars. It's just, as you said, we'll see what happens in the wet field conditions. Are they going to be able to hold on to the ball as the Cougar defenders will be trying to pry that ball away?
Brought down by number 62, Jackson Judd.
So a good defensive play turned in by the Cougar defense, and it looked like the guy that was the first one there was, I believe that was Jackson Judd. It'll be third down and a short 4 to go for the Cowboys. They're going to hand it on a familiar play, and it's going to get shut down real quick. Remington Todd was trying to go through that right side, and the Cougar defense was right there. Ben Friend. Nope.
Alex Anderson.
Alex Anderson is wearing that 34 today, isn't he?
Yes, and just so you know, also on the roster, number 23 is actually number 22, Moreno.
Well, you're going to probably have to correct me then as we go along. But thank you for that, Byron.
You're welcome.
All right. About the 6.5 minute mark here of the first quarter. A 14-0 Show Low lead. Cowboys. Going to give it to the fullback. Try to go right up the middle. That worked a moment ago. Didn't work this time. Cuevas on the carry. The sophomore fullback has lost the football, I believe, Byron.
Well, it's a turnover on downs by the Cougar defense.
It was fourth down. Sorry about that.
So, tremendous job. Again, Wilcox getting into the Cougars' territory, but the Cougars being able to flex their muscle gets the turnover on downs.
Okay, so the Cougar offense takes back over. Nash Brewer at quarterback. That long 76-yard touchdown run by him the last time they had the football. Both possessions have produced touchdowns. Here's a toss and the halfback pass. Jet Walker downfield, and it's going to be picked off. Read well, undercut. And the Cowboys were not fooled. Running down that left sideline, getting blockers, then out of bounds in great field position. And the defender that came up with the interception is Landon Ward. Landon Ward reading the play perfectly, coming up with the takeaway for the Cowboy defense.
Well, again, we talk about when you have a turnover, you kind of look for a big play, and here the Cougars trying to a little halfback pass. Jet Walker thinking he had a wide receiver wide open, but Ward doing a nice job coming in as from the corner position, from the sideline, stepping in front of the pass and getting the turnover for the Wilcox defense.
Holding on Wilcox.
Saw the flag come out right there. They're going to assess a hold against the Cowboys on the return. So the great field position is no more. The ball goes out to the 33-yard line, but they are in Show Low territory. So the Cowboys will go back on offense, see if they can protect the ball a little bit better here. Turned it over on downs last time, fumbled it the possession before that, and here come the Cowboys. Handoff up the middle, try some power offense, and the guy that carried the football was Ismael Cuevas, and the guy on the defensive end for Show Low does not register on my roster, number 77. So Easton Pena was in on the tackle, but 77 was right there at the point of attack.
Correct.
And we don't have a 77. Why do I feel like this is going to be the theme all night long?
Well, because it was last week. We always ask if they can, try to update their rosters for us, you know?
Well, you know, that's kind of an afterthought. Here comes the quarterback keeping the ball, and McCumber gets knocked down in a hurry. Didn't get much out of it. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. There's that 77 again. Something tells me he's on this roster, just not wearing that number. Okay, so maybe Derek will figure out who 77 is at some point. Send us the word up the chain, up the ladder. Back to throw. Not gonna happen. And coming after the quarterback, getting there for the big play. Kyle Irvin is the guy that makes the defensive play for the Cougars. Kyle got it done. And the Show Low defense has pushed the Cowboys back into a 4th and just about 20. We're going to call that a loss on the play of 12 yards.
Irvin doing a little mosh pitting right there. Look at that big old mud pile right there. It just decides, the quarterback decide, you know, hey, not only am I going to sack you, but I'm going to push you in the mud, all right? I'm going to get your jersey dirty, Your mom's going to have to wash that dirty jersey. Good.
That jersey's never going to be the same, okay? Sorry to say it. The ball out to the 42-yard line. McCumber rolls out to his right, and he'll go right to the turf. Perhaps it was the mud and the muck and the mire that got to him. Take a look at Preston Power, who was in pursuit.
Well, it's just they tried to roll it to the right, create a little space, get away from the rush, but the rush is just coming all the way through, and then when he tries to stop, guess what? You're not going to stop in wet grass. You're going to go sliding on your tush, and that's exactly what happened.
Family radio show there. Byron with the tush comment. Ball out to the 47-yard line. I kid. Ball out to 47 after that 5-yard loss, and turnover on down. And the guy with the ball carry that time, I believe that was Alexander Anderson.
Yes,
hey,
it was.
We're getting it right.
We're getting it. We're getting there.
How do you like that?
Hey, you want to know why he's got low center of gravity? Keeps it low to the ground. He's going to get it all the way to good yardage to a second short.
Tackle made in Cowboy territory at the 47-yard line. There's a handoff. Chet Walker has it. Walker gingerly cutting back. It's kind of tough to cut back strong, and he was able to stay on his feet before finally getting taken down. 9-yard gain on the play, and that's first down for the Cougar offense.
Nice job here by the Cougar offense. Just keeping it simple, giving it to their playmakers. Anderson, Walker, Brewer, getting into Wilcox territory.
Line of scrimmage at the 38-yard line of Wilcox. Cougar football, play action, throw back this way. Chet Walker wide open. There's might be a marker down in the backfield as Walker is fighting to gain more yardage, and he is going to go out at the 15-yard line. There is a marker down in the vicinity of holding. The flag thrown at the 42-yard line. We'll have to see if this long gain of 23 yards, whether it stands or not on the pass completion.
It will not, and the referee gives his brand of holding call right there against the Cougars. I believe that was in the offensive line. Looked like Dodger Hawkins. He was kind of shaking his head, going, "What'd I do? I didn't hold anybody."
That is a classic offensive lineman maneuver, right? You take a look at Jet Walker on the ground, on his back, in a pool of water, and getting stretched out, I guess.
Probably a little cramping right now.
Boy, a little early in the game for cramping, isn't it? Ball back at the 48-yard line. Quarterback draw. No, that's not going to happen. The entire defensive line, everybody across that front gets there. The guy we'll give credit to for getting there first is Jose Arequibas. Is how I'm going to pronounce it. I hope that's correct. Look at this. Look at this. Nobody got their block. I mean, nobody made a block on that play, and Nash, he eats a lot of turf on that one. 4-yard loss on the play.
Well, on that one, Nash is going, man, I should have ran to the right, not the left.
He's got that left hand wrapped up, and more pressure from up. Nash is going to be able to escape it to the right side, gets a block on the edge, and he goes out of bounds. He's short of a first down, but he's going to get most of it back. They needed a whole bunch. They needed it was 24 to go on that play, and they end up getting, I'll check it for you. They got 18 yards to gain on the play for Brewer.
Yeah, nice job by Nash Brewer. Here comes the blitz right there. He's going to roll to his left. Stops as close to on the dime as you can on this field and gets to the outside and gets 18 big yards. Puts the Cougars into 2-down territory this close in the Wilcox area.
So it's third down. And the ball on the ground. Brewer takes it, goes up the middle, and he'll be very close to the first down. They needed
For a gain of 5 yards.
They needed about 6 to go.
Ed Tingle.
And he gets knocked down at the 29-yard line, a yard shy, so a gain of 5 on the play for Brewer.
Bring up 4th and short.
Yeah, one thing we've noticed in most of the snaps is they've been very low, almost going to the ground. Nash has been having to play shortstop. It's got to get better throughout this game.
Let's take a look at this now. 4th down, 4th and a little bit more than a yard to go for the Cougar offense. Brewer in the shotgun. Low snap again, straight up the middle he goes, and he'll have enough to get the first down. So Nash needed a little bit more than a yard. He's going to get 3 on the play, 3-yard gain. That's a first down for the Cougars. Hey, can we go back to the play before that? Can we see the replay on the one before that? I want you to watch this block on that last play, because we got to call out a lineman. Watch this pulling guard. That's Donovan Miller right there. Watch him come. Watch him absolutely bury this guy. Are you kidding me? You got to give the lineman some love once in a while, right? And anytime you see that, we got to try to call those guys out, because they don't get the headlines, they don't get the publicity. How did you like that block?
That was a great block. That's like a pancake right there, going old school for Donovan Miller. And not only did he get the pancake, but he threw him in the syrup that's on the field.
He really did. Hey, we're going to take a quick break here. A word in from Hatch Toyota. They are the presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast. Show Low Cougar football. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. We're back with the second quarter right after this.
Mountains, rev up your engines! Because Hatch Toyota in Show Low, the #1 volume dealer, is hosting a Labor Day liquidation invoice sale. Prepare for a great deal this weekend as we're slashing prices like never before. For a limited time, we're putting you in the driver's seat of a brand new Toyota at Dealer Invoice, which is the same price we pay from the factory. Score a new Toyota for the same exact price we pay. Say goodbye to haggling and hello to an unbeatable deal. Whether it's Camry, Corolla, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or the all-new Tundra, we've got them at Dealer Invoice. The Labor Day liquidation invoice sale is here to make your dreams of driving a new Toyota a reality at an unbeatable price. But you've got to act fast, because this opportunity won't last forever.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offers and benefits, tax and license and dealer documentation fees.
Another low snap to Brewer. That's been pretty much every snap. And Kyle Irvin breaking tackles, but unable to escape from the backfield. And the defender that eventually got to him and brought him down was Jose Arequibes. And I hope I'm saying that right for his family back home. 5'10", 280-pound senior defensive lineman doing a great job to make the play.
Look at Jose. He was blocked to the ground. He got back up and makes the tackle right there. Big Jose getting the job done.
We'll stick with Jose. How does that sound?
All right.
You like that? All right, Brewer back to throw, trying to set the screen up in the middle. He does. And then a form tackle made. That's a wrestler, isn't it? Guy that made the defensive play, Ed Tingle. And we'll see how many yards the result.
Got a flag on the play.
Okay.
Might be coming back.
I think there was an illegal. I think the receiver was past the line of scrimmage. For a screen, you got to be behind the line of scrimmage with your offensive lineman releasing. So you see the receiver there, Preston Power, downfield past the line, and I think that's what the referee is going to get him for.
It's been a long discussion.
Illegal procedure on the offense.
False start on the Cougars.
So your lineman goes downfield like he's blocking for a screen, releases, and then Power is past the line of scrimmage when he catches the football.
Yeah, that's Miller right there.
Miller, we called him out a while ago. He had that great block.
Yep.
And now in his earnestness, he gets a little bit too far downfield. 2nd down and 16 after the mark-off. Brewer has it, and he's going to throw back down the middle. That pass is caught! Jake Decker on the receiving end of a Show Low Cougar touchdown. 33 yards on the strike.
a slant and beats his man, and Nash Brewer hits him in stride. Decker able to catch it between the ones on his jersey into the end zone for a Show Low touchdown.
Brewer rolls out to the right and then throws back. And of course, there it is. At the other end of it is Jake Decker for the touchdown. Beat the defender. Show Low's up 20-0. And the point after try is on the way. Boy, we're going to get a lot of flags tonight, aren't we? Yet another flag. Kieran Charlie is the kicker for Show Low. Kieran Charlie. And after the offside is assessed, the Cougars are going to go for 2. They'll bring the kicker off the field and set up with the swinging gate formation. Brewer off to the right. They wanted to take him, send him right up the middle. And another whistle. And yet another flag. It's on the defense again, wasn't it?
Yep. Yes, it was.
Somebody lined up offside.
Yep. Yes, they did.
So, Wilcox has 3 defensive linemen on these linemen on the far left. That's a waste of personnel. That is a complete waste of personnel. Nash Brewer is going to take advantage of the mismatch on the other side and step across. I don't think you should line 3 defensive linemen up against 4 offensive linemen who are 40 feet away from the football. I just don't think you should do that. But hey, that's me. And with 10:43 on the clock, folks, we'll take another look at the 33-yard touchdown connection from Brewer to Jake Decker. Plenty of protection. And he threw a perfect strike to Decker at the other end of it. The score here, 22-0 after a 2-point conversion for the Cougars. So what college football team does that remind you of right there? That green and that shade of gold.
College football team?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to say it would be the Colorado State Rams.
Okay.
I'm sure that's not the team you were going for.
I was thinking of Notre Dame, but...
Not even close.
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 Not even close. Here comes the Cougar kickoff. Picked up at the 15-yard line, brought it straight back up the middle. And it ends pretty quickly, shy of the 30-yard line. That's where the Cowboys will take back over on offense with 10:37 remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way at the break. We also want to remind you, you can send us your nominations for the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. We're taking your nominations. Who deserves to go into the Hall of Fame over the past 32 years of football coverage in the White Mountains? You can send us a text message or actually go to our Facebook page and contact us there, or send an email. Send the email to sports@sportszone123.com. Handoff. That'll come to the near side of the alignment. And the ball carrier didn't get much out of it, carrying the football. For the Cowboys was Ismael Cuevas. 3-yard gain on the play.
Cougar defense doing a nice job after those first 2 series of where the Wilcox offense was able to drive down the field before having a turnover, fumble, and a turnover on downs. But since then, the Cougar defense has been able to tighten against the Wilcox offense.
Cowboys have not shown any desire to throw the football. Here's the nice scissors move, give inside, into the open field it goes. It's a race to the end zone. Will he get there? Yes. He out-duels Jake Decker for the touchdown. And carrying the football for the score is Landon Ward for the first points of the game for the Cowboys.
Yes, Show Low Cougar fans, I will take all the blame for that play as I hype up, I give the positive, right, the good feedback on the Cougar defense, and what's the next play, what typically happens? They don't successfully defend, and Wilcox goes down and scores. So that's all my fault, folks. Okay, I'll take the blame on that. It's the radio announcer jinx.
Well, it happens, Byron. It happens. You're not the first guy to be guilty of that, that's for sure. And here come the Cowboys trying to convert for the 2. It's going to come up short, but there's another marker down in a game that has been marred by penalty flags all night long.
It's a sideline warning against Show Low. So on the replay here, you can see, folks, that the green jerseys of the Show Low defense right there all converge on the running back, Remington Todd, and then everybody converging to Todd, and he's able just to hand off to Ward, and the only green that he sees is open grass all the way to the end zone, where he outruns Jake Decker to the end zone and puts Wilcox on the board for the first time tonight.
9:46 remaining in the first half. We welcome you into our broadcast coverage of Show Low Cougars football. It's presented by Hatch Toyota and some outstanding sponsoring partners of ours. I talked about the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame a while ago. Well, I want to let you know that Perkins Cinders is our presenting sponsor of our Hall of Fame inductees here in 2023. Thank you to Perkins Cinders. We're going to make a big deal out of it for our initial inductees. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who will it be? Who will be first? Who will be first? So many great football players over the years. Here's a squib kick picked up at the 40-yard line. That one's going to be almost fielded on the run, and a good return across midfield by Kyle Irvin into Wilcox territory near the 45-yard line. First down at that spot for Show Low's offense. And a lot of time, 9:41 remaining in the half.
That's the second time Wilcox has kicked off this half. They started the half, and they did like a little squib kick, returned about half to midfield, and right there, returned into their territory. I would think if you're going to squib kick it, at least squib kick it down to like their 40 or 35. Don't give them great field position like you have on these first two squib kicks.
First down ball at the 46-yard line, and Brewer will fumble the football on the give and smartly come sliding in to take the loss. That'll be a 5-yard loss on the play, and I like that Nash just decided to live to see another down.
I do too, but I'll tell you what happened right there is I think he was surprised that he got the ball up into his chest. All night long he's been in shortstop position, down, ready to field that ground ball.
It was the first snap that didn't roll back to him, right? And we're making a joke, obviously, on that. Here comes the screen to the outside. It's an incomplete pass to Jake Decker. They were trying to set him up. He had a couple of those linemen coming out in his direction to try and lead the way. Jacob Englund was coming out there. Donovan Miller leading the way, but the incomplete pass nullifies the whole thing.
Yeah, I think he just turned his head too soon. He was looking upfield to see if he had room to run or if he was going to get hit. And right there, taking your eye off the ball, incomplete pass.
8:59 on the clock, second quarter. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at the break. Shotgun, Brewer fakes, left side. He's got a lead blocker out there. Great block thrown by Easton Pena. And though it is short of the first down, a whole bunch of that yardage lost a moment ago is taken right back. 10-yard gain for Brewer on that run. And it'll be fourth down and about 5.
Yeah, nice job by the Cougars offense to get into fourth and manageable. Brewer eluding a tackler, and then you just saw Easton Pena. One defender didn't want any. And the next guy's probably thinking, I should have done the same thing as.
So the fourth down play is on the way from the 41-yard line of Wilcox. And the Cougars, they're going to throw it up over the middle. Wide open, Preston Power. He's got the catch, got the ball. He's got the touchdown for the Cougars.
That's what happens when you sell out on the rush right there. And you put a safety on a tight end like Power. They just came in trying to put pressure on Brewer. Power just right down the seam, blew by the safety who had no chance. And Brewer put it on to Power, led him into the end zone for the touchdown.
Perfectly executed 41-yard touchdown pass. Nash Brewer hooks up with Preston Power. Let's see, did they do the same thing? Let's see what the situation is. Spin out and a pass that's going to be in the dirt. Cougars can't come up with it, and they fail on the two-point try. 8:46 on the clock here in the second quarter. Stand by, everybody, after you take a look at the touchdown pass to Preston Power. We're going to grab a timeout, and we'll get a word in from the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top as you look at Preston take the pass, make the catch, turn that into points, and a big lead for the Show Low Cougars. Stand by. This is Show Low Cougars football. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. We're right back after this.
Words are just not enough to celebrating an everlasting love or brightening your home with a splash of color. The Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top is your floral design partner. Beautiful spring blooms are ready for grab and go. Want to deliver flowers often but don't want the hassle of trying to remember? Bouquet subscriptions are now available. The Bloomhouse, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 until 4, is dedicated to bringing the beauty of nature to all.
Not a team player, Byron. I am not a team player. That's inside information right there, everybody. High kick, and the Wilcox return to about the 30-yard line. 8:42 remaining in the first half. Floyd Simmons along with B-Squared Byron Brown on this call of Show Low Cougars football presented by Hatch Toyota.
And coming into this game, look, from last week's game against Push Ridge, Show Low, yes, they had a 21-0 lead, and they let it go, and Push Ridge came back. But Show Low played a great game. It's just I think they got tired toward the end. And here tonight, you're seeing a little bit more of a chip on the shoulder, a little bit more determination. Maybe that little stepping on the throttle when you've got an opponent down, where I think they lacked it last week.
Cowboys line it up, and we got another whistle, early whistle. Long discussion among the officials.
I think they have 12 guys on the field.
Illegal substitution. But don't you get to snap the football? Don't you get to run the play?
Not if you have too many men.
Well, that's new. Because in the past, you always got to run the play. You get to run the play, and then flag goes down, and the offense gets a choice. What are they going to do about it? 5-yard step off. Hand off, up the middle it goes, and that'll be a gain of 4 yards. Make it, well, it's going to be 5. Is it going to be right at the line to gain? Yeah, that's 5 yards and a first down. Take a look at the helmets. So if whichever college football team, those uniforms, I don't mean the helmet, but the jerseys and pants for the Cougars look like, what does that helmet look like if you're Wilcox?
Wisconsin?
Yeah, right, Wisconsin. Little Badger action for you right there. From the 41-yard line, everybody coming this direction. The middle of that defense decided they were not going to let that play unfold. Great job. Dodger Hawkins was right there in the middle of the whole thing to blow it up, help blow that thing up for the Cougar defense. No gain on the play.
Yeah, great job by the Cougar defense, just stifling again, creating no gain for the Wilcox offense. And Floyd, I'm telling you right now, the quarterback for Wilcox, his mom, is really not having a good game.
The give to the left side. And again, the defense is all over it. Might have even lost yardage on the play. Remington Todd, the ball carrier.
Look at that, Cash McCumber. You look at his jersey. Look, Mom has got to get that stain out, okay?
Shout it out.
That is going to be, I don't know if Tide Pods can even work on that.
Shout it out.
Shout it out. I'm just telling you.
Don't they have that? What's that stuff that you use that, I don't know. What's that stuff that we have? Oxy something.
OxyClean.
Huh? OxyClean. Yeah, that'll get it done every time. Come on. Come on, man. That uniform is trashed for the rest of the year, okay?
I don't care how much. You could soak it in bleach. It is not coming out.
Hey, listen, man. I mean, that's you got to make sure at the end of the game you take a lot of pictures. Get a lot of pictures of yourself all dressed out like that. Here's a mark-off on a penalty. 5 yards marked off against the defense. So it'll be first down at the Cowboys' 46-yard line. They have been into Cougar territory, I believe, just one time today. Marker down as this one does go into Show Low real estate. 9-yard gain, but there's another marker down.
Might be a sideline warning against Show Low. Last one we had was a sideline warning against Wilcox, but I think this one's going to go a sideline warning against Show Low.
And they are going to tack some more onto the end of it then. So a 5-yard add-on, I believe, right? Didn't they add 5
yeah,
to that?
They did.
And so the ball goes to the 41-yard line of Show Low. Can the Cowboys get another score here before halftime? Well, they can if their quarterback, Cash McCumber, has anything to say about it. He goes up under center. Fake it. He rolls out. Too much pressure. He's going to have to run. And he gets a yard out of it for all his trouble. Buried by a number of those defenders. Dodger Hawkins was right there near the play. Give some more credit to another defender, Chris Yorksmith as well. Chris Yorksmith.
Great pursuit by the Cougar defense right there. Cash was trying to roll to his right, create some room and some time so he could get the ball downfield. But by the time he set his feet, he already saw the green jerseys of the Cougar defense coming upon him. And he said, I just got to get this ball forward. And he was fortunate enough to get to the line of scrimmage.
So, yeah, I call that a no gain. It is second down and 10. There's that scissors play again in the middle, and they've got room to run. This one produced a touchdown earlier. It's going to result in another big gain for the Cowboys. Alec Fuentes, the ball carrier, the senior, at 5'9", able to again collect a whole bunch to the 15-yard line. That's where he goes down. 26-yard gain on the play. That's a Cowboys first down.
Great play call to go against the overly aggressive pursuit of the Cougar defense. They're going straight for the ball in the first handoff, and it comes back to Fuentes in a hole that is wide open, and he's seeing green all the way until he sees number 7 of the Cougar defense. And that's Rusma.
Dane Rusma, the guy that saved the touchdown for the defense. 15-yard line, that's the line of scrimmage. A handoff over the left side will not result in much. The guy that carried the football is Alec Fuentes again, and he is going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on that play, approaching 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Play will be interesting down here for the Wilcox offense because they've been able to do well with the misdirection. Again, take advantage of the over-aggressive defense of the Cougars, but when they run straight up the middle or run a play like to the outside, that pursuit is stuffing them at the line.
28-6, Show Low comfortably in front here in the first half, but the Cowboys are doing their level best to get some more points on the board. No gain on that last play. The 15-yard line of Show Low is the line of scrimmage, and we get a whistle, and we get a timeout. Timeout taken by the Cowboys. Going to grab that timeout. Let's grab us a timeout, everybody. If you'll load up that playlist called 60-1, if you'll do that. Try to load up 60-1. We'll hit a timeout. This is Show Low Cougars football presented by Hatch Toyota.
Every home has a story to tell, and your furniture sets the stage. From classic to contemporary, farmhouse to European, the Furniture Gallery will match your taste with the perfect centerpiece or accent. Make each room in your home a place to gather, connect, and create lasting memories. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They deliver comfort, quality, and unparalleled customer service. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, helps make a house a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Back to the action, everybody. And the Cowboys get something out of it. That's a nice pickup. That'll be in the neighborhood of 8 yards, depending on where they finally mark the ball carrier down. And I believe the quarterback kept it himself. Cash McCumber. Nope, he gave it, didn't he? He gave it to Remington Todd. Todd, the ball carrier, and a great run up the middle. 8 yards the gain. 3rd down and 2, ball at the 7-yard line.
Getting 2-down territory for Wilcox. They're not thinking field goal. They're thinking, I've got 2 plays to get 2 yards.
Under 4 minutes now remaining in the first half. And up the middle it goes. They like their chances running between the guards, don't they? And I believe they got the first down on this play as well. That is Fuentes carrying the ball. He said he's gotten a lot of work in on this series, and that one goes straight ahead. It's going to be right at the 4-yard line, so a gain of 3 yards. That is a Cowboys first down, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, that offensive line's doing a nice job for the Cowboys of moving back the defensive line of the Cougars, winning the line of scrimmage on this series.
So there's the ball, 4-yard line for the Cowboys. McCumber under center. And he'll give it over the right side. That is a touchdown for the Cowboys. And the guy carrying is Remington Todd. He'll take it in for 4 yards out. Cowboys are on the board again.
Yeah, good play call right there. Good execution by the Cowboy offense right there. Just give it to Remington Todd. Off tackle, and he just waltzes in to the end zone.
Coming up after the point after try, we will bring you a message from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and also get you ready for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report on the way in a few moments. This 2-point try is going to end quickly on a whistle and a foul and an illegal procedure against the offense.
You said it too fast for me. I was going to help you out there on it, but you didn't. You Mountain Mobile, and then I was going to help you on that.
You're going to help me do what?
Like you do on the morning show.
Okay.
But you said it too fast.
Oh, I got you. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass
and Tint.
Hand off. Show Low defense will eat this one up. The point after fails. Our score here: Show Low 28. The Willcox Cowboys 12. We're back in a moment with more first half action. This is Show Low Cougars football. It's presented by Hatch Toyota.
Now, through August, you can win a 4-day cruise vacation for 2. Get away on the sea to either Baja, Mexico or the Bahamas. You pick your destination and you pick the date. Plus, we will give you $1,000 cash to spend on your trip. Right now at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, every insured replacement qualifies for 2 amazing dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 tickets to the WME theaters. Or choose full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And every customer, whether you have insurance or pay out of pocket, gets entered to win a cruise vacation you will never forget. And $1,000 cash to go with it. You know the number. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Thank you, for their sponsoring partnership of our Game of the Week broadcast here. High kick. I'm not sure that was intentional. That was like when Byron Brown hits his... I've seen that. I've seen your driver do this a few times on the kick, go straight up in the air. Preston Power protects it for the Cougars. They'll have great field position. Here's another look, Byron. This might look familiar. You've done that before.
Oh, absolutely.
Off the 2nd, 6th, and 13th tees.
Absolutely.
And the ball's at the 45-yard line. Hey, there's a good-looking guy and you.
Exactly.
Oh, Byron.
I know.
Thanks for the shot, guys. We appreciate it. All right. Motion. And here comes Nash Brewer rolling left. Sets and fires downfield. And in spite of the wet conditions, how about a 21-yard pass completion to Kyle Irvin and into Wilcox territory.
Yeah, nice job by Nash, rolling to his left right there, setting his feet a little high for Irvin, made him jump, go up and get it. But nice job by Irvin to come down with it, get the first down.
Football fans, you're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio, and this, the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Into Cowboys territory it goes, and Nash Brewer takes advantage of the slick surface to dodge one defender, throw back to Preston Power for his second touchdown catch of the day. A 35-yard connection from Brewer to Power, and Show Low is on the board again.
Nice shot by Brewer right here. Escapes pressure, eludes the defender who loses his footing, and then Nash Brewer sees his tight end Power come back to him, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to come back to your quarterback who's scrambling. He comes back, Brewer gives it to him between the numbers. Power just cuts between the defenders into the end zone.
And the point after is up, and it is good. And the name of this young kicker is Calvin Morgan. Calvin Morgan nails it. And it's 35-12. Let's get a word in from our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. That's White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Everybody will get a word from them. And then the kickoff. This is the Sports Zone's Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We will announce the Sports Zone Player of the Game at the conclusion of this broadcast, and it's White Mountain Regional Medical Center that helps present that. We want to say a big thank you. Boy, look at the swamp that is the Show Low bench area. It is absolutely just, they're swimming over there. They're going to get their swimming merit badge by the end of the day. Here's a short kickoff that's fielded, and then that guy decided, I've got a 60-something number on my jersey. I don't think I ought to be running with the football in my hands. So he went straight down.
Exactly, but his mom was like, what are you doing? Your jersey was so white.
Yeah. He's maybe he only gets in on special teams. That might be all the action he gets today. And his mom is thinking to herself, I wasn't going to really have to do any laundry till that happened. It's a pretty clean jersey for sure, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And they'll just stay right there. From the 35-yard line, first down, handoff, Remington Todd, left side. Todd's got the first down. He's got yardage into Show Low territory. Well, they'll say right at the 50-yard line. So 15-yard gain for Remington Todd. Here's a kid with a last name for a first name, and it's unusual.
It's kind of like, I think, another Todd that we know that has two first names.
George Todd?
Brandon Todd?
Oh, Brandon Todd. Yes. Maybe Richard Todd.
Richard Todd, the old quarterback for the Jets.
Right. Here come the Cowboys, line it up. They've got 2 minutes and 32 seconds and 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. They're at midfield. McCumber hands it off up the middle. That is a staple play in the Wilcox playbook, isn't it?
It is.
They go straight up the middle a lot. Alec Fuentes, the ball carries yards on the play.
Yo, Floyd, when shot a picture up here in the booth, you know what that really reminded me of? Reminded me of the alligator that's like a state record that was just caught. It was in Florida. That thing is bigger than a semi.
Alligator in Florida,
Yeah.
bigger than a semi.
It's
a
like,
semi what?
Like a semi-truck.
Semicolon?
A semi-truck.
A semi-truck, okay.
That thing, have you not seen it? That thing is
I have not.
huge.
A monster gator.
It's like, near a state record. It was like half a ton. Half a ton.
Half a ton? Well,
That's
okay,
1,000
for a gator,
pounds.
Okay, 1,000 pounds. Seems like there might be bigger gators out there, but okay. You're trying to tell me that it could probably survive here at Show Low High School today.
It might be in there on the sideline.
It might be in that water down there.
Yes.
Here's the give on 4th down, and Easton Pena is right at the spear, the tip of the spear there defensively for Show Low's defense, and they're going to stop. They're going to stop a no gain on the play. No gain on the play for the quarterback. This is McCumber. Faked it. Really, I think he's just trying to take some time off the clock, and only ran off 7 seconds. So 58 seconds remaining here in the half. That's what the Cougars have to work with. We'll see if they can turn that into some points. Byron Brown feverishly using the Google It device that he's got in his hands to try and find that gator, the giant gator. Meanwhile, Brewer takes the snap, runs left, cuts it back, and he gets dragged down. Nashville gets some yardage out of it. Didn't get a lot, but he did get something out of it. And about Ed Tingle, the guy that made the tackle. 7-yard gain on that play for Brewer, and he'll take another snap. Empty backfield. Got some protection, steps up, and decides to run again. And he'll go down with the first down. Nash on this play gains 5 yards. 5 yards to the 38-yard line. Show Low takes a timeout with 25 seconds remaining. That'll be their final timeout that they have here in the first half. So let's see, an alligator in Florida weighing 920 pounds could be the state's second heaviest, is what the headline you just showed me says.
13-foot alligator, reportedly 123 pounds lighter than the heaviest gator caught. Here's a picture.
That's bigger than a semi. That appears to be a very giant alligator. You need to learn how to work your phone there.
Well, no, it's the app. What can I say?
It's the app.
It's the app.
Yeah, I get you for sure. Student section here at Show Low High School having a fun time in these rainy, drizzly, swampy conditions at Show Low High School tonight, everybody. We welcome you in for the final 25 seconds of this first half. Boy, that is a large beast. You're big on the Gators today. Show Low will break the timeout huddle and run a play from the 39-yard line. Nash Brewer, the quarterback, he's got a running back with him in that backfield. And pressure comes from up the middle. He breaks that pocket, it's got the first down, runs out of bounds to stop it with stop the clock, 17 seconds remaining in the half.
Smart play. That's why he's a senior, but seniors make those kind of plays right there. Quick thinking, instead of making a throw that didn't need to be made. He kept the ball, got the first down, went out of bounds, saved the timeout, stopped the clock with 17 seconds. Smart play by Nash Brewer.
Hey, and a 10-yard gain. He went right out at the sticks to get that first down. Ball is at the 29-yard line of the Cowboys. No timeouts left for Show Low. Brewer will throw to the slot receiver who broke to the outside on the left of the formation, and that is incomplete to Kyle Irvin.
Yeah, I believe Nash was, I don't want to say intentionally grounding, but he felt the pressure. Wilcox came on a blitz. He knew he wasn't going to get it to his receiver in time, so he just threw it at his feet, kind of behind him, so that, hey, if anything, it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Stops the clock again. 14 seconds remaining here in the half. Second down play coming up. 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 29-yard line of Wilcox. Split out to the left is Jake Decker. Brewer gets flushed, turns it up to the middle of the field. He's broken one tackle. He'll break another one, lowers his shoulder, and fights his way toward the goal line, goes inside the 5-yard line with another big Show Low gain. This will be to the 2. That's a 27-yard gain for Nash. You're going to have to line the offense up as quick as they can. The clock will start now. And the ball was snapped. However, I believe they're going to say time ran out in the first half.
Yeah, I was going to say he needed to get in the end zone. He couldn't be stopped short.
Did not have time. You see it right there. We'll watch Nash's run right here.
And I thought at the end, Floyd, we'll take a look at this on the replay. I thought he had enough room to get to the corner of the end zone on the right corner, but he decided to cut it up between the defenders. I thought right here, once he broke this tackle, he could have got to the outside, but he brought it inside and was stopped short.
Still a great effort right there,
yes,
wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Oh, great effort. Absolutely.
Well, let's see. Our halftime score here, 35-12. Show Low leads the Willcox Cowboys. Everybody, we thank you for joining us. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tent halftime report is on the way in a couple of moments. We'll break it down, look at some stats for you from the first half in just a moment, so do stand by. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week, and it's presented by Hatch Toyota.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast.
Mountains, rev up your engines! Because Hatch Toyota in Show Low, the #1 volume dealer, is hosting a Labor Day liquidation invoice sale. Prepare for a great deal this weekend as we're slashing prices like never before. For a limited time, we're putting you in the driver's seat of a brand new Toyota at Dealer Invoice, which is the same price we pay from the factory. Score a new Toyota for the same exact price we pay. Say goodbye to haggling and hello to an unbeatable deal. Whether it's Camry, Corolla, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or the all-new Tundra, we've got them at Dealer Invoice. The Labor Day liquidation invoice sale is here to make your dreams of driving a new Toyota a reality at an unbeatable price. But you've got to act fast because this opportunity won't last forever.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offers under benefits, tax and license and dealer documentation fees.
If there's one player on the field that outperforms the rest, it's Perkins Cinders. Like any all-star, they put in the hard work by sourcing, sorting, and delivering all things dirt. Concrete materials, gravel, cinders, topsoil, mulch, and more. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders will help you score that huge win with your project. Serving the entire White Mountains at PerkinsCindersInc.com. Get a load of this.
Have you heard the big news? White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville is bold in their approach to upgrade and improve your healthcare experience. Not only do they have professional, experienced providers that service a wellness clinic, laboratory and physical therapy services, and imaging and surgical services, they are also expanding their ER facility and capabilities. White Mountain Regional Medical Center strives to enhance the wellness of your community, one patient at a time.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Now, through August, you can win a 4-day cruise vacation for 2. Get away on the sea to either Baja, Mexico or the Bahamas. You pick your destination and you pick the date. Plus, we will give you $1,000 cash to spend on your trip. Right now at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, every insured replacement qualifies for 2 amazing dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 tickets to the WME theaters, or choose full-service car washes at the KKX gift certificate for window tint. And every customer, whether you have insurance or pay out of pocket, gets entered to win a cruise vacation you will never forget and $1,000 cash to go with it. You know the number. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
We're back to it, everybody. We welcome you back as you take a look now at some replays from the first half of our action today. The score here at halftime of this Show Low Cougars football broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Score here is 35-12. 35-12. Show Low leads here at halftime. The home opener for the Cougars. So the first chance they've had to play here tonight this season in front of the home fans here at Show Low Ford Stadium. We welcome you, and I'm Floyd Simmons. There is B-Squared Byron Brown next to me, the less than good-looking guy in the broadcast booth. Sorry about that, Byron, but I Our video presentation is actually off the air right now, but here at halftime, Byron, the Show Low Cougars have amassed 352 yards of total offense. It's been big play time because only 7 first downs on 352 yards of offense, meaning that they have struck big several times today so far.
Yeah, and I know you're going to go through the numbers a little bit more, but at one point, Nash Brewer was 5 of 6 for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. So do the math. Well, I'll do it for you because you went to Holbrook. So that's like 32 yards, basically 33 yards, an average of 32.5 yards a pass attempt, yard per pass. So right there, those are your big plays right there. And then if we look at Alex Anderson, he's had some big runs. Jet Walker, Nash Brewer on the ground. Also, once we hit those, you're going to find out, as you said, as you stipulated before, that they had lots of big yardage plays.
Chunk plays, right? Plays. We call those chunk plays. And Nash Brewer did finish 5 of 7 for 163 in the first half. 71% completions, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. For those who are watching our live video, are we back online? Don't know yet. We don't know for sure if we're back online yet, but if you're out there watching, we apologize. Perhaps it's weather related, but there are some network issues here tonight at the arena, at the stadium, and we certainly hope that we get back to some semblance of a normal operating network so that your broadcast won't be cutting out. But tons of weather today, lots of moisture everywhere. The Show Low Cougars only had the ball for 9 minutes and 16 seconds of the first half. If time of possession were a big factor in this game, well, then Show Low would probably be on the wrong side of the score, but time of possession is not a deal because, like we said, chunk plays don't take up a lot of time. And meanwhile, the Cowboys have had the ball a lot. They've kept the ball on the ground almost the entire time. They've looked like they were going to throw a couple of times, but I don't think they've actually thrown the ball at all. We'll look at their numbers here in a moment. But Byron, 352 yards of offense, 7 first downs for the Cougars. And consider this, you give a first down on a touchdown. So 5 touchdowns. The Cougars have, according to this, only picked up 2 first downs with their offense without scoring a touchdown on 352 yards of offense.
Just chunk plays.
Let that settle in for just a moment. That's amazing. That is an amazing first half by the Cougars. They have run the ball, by the way, for 189 yards and thrown for 163. So doesn't it feel like the passing game, the passing attack has had like 2/3 of the yardage that has the larger disparity in that? And in fact, Nash Brewer, 11 carries, 152 yards rush. .315 is actually exactly what it is.
Well, 160.
And 163.
Yep.
There you go. Right, 115, 315. A big game nonetheless, a big game for Nash Brewer. He is lighting things up out there. Teammate Alexander Anderson has 4 carries for 30 yards running the football today. Let me jump to the receiving totals here. Preston Power leads the way, 2 catches, 76 yards. Both of those catches were touchdowns. Jet Walker, 1 catch for 33 yards. Jake Decker, 1 catch for 33 yards. That was a touchdown. Kyle Irvin, 1 catch for 21 yards there in that first half. How about the Willcox Cowboys? Look, they have a very respectable offensive total from the first half against a quality Show Low defense. How does this sound? How about 158 yards of offense? You take the turnovers out of it, and it looks pretty good for the Cowboys. They just haven't been able to stop Show Low's offense when they've been on the defensive side. 6 first downs total for Wilcox. I mentioned just over 9 minutes. 9 minutes and 16 seconds offensive possession for Show Low. Well, Wilcox has had the ball for 14 minutes and 44 seconds in the game. And as I said, 158 yards of offense. Their quarterback, Cash McCumber, has thrown the ball exactly 0 times, and he completed none of those.
For a total of 0 yards.
0 yards. The Cowboys, I know it's wet out there. The answer I would have as to why aren't they throwing the football a little bit in that first half.
Well, it could be that they're just not a throwing team, but as you mentioned, they have amassed over 150 yards total offense, all on the ground, and they've been able to move the ball on the misdirection against this Cougar defense. Is that they've had one turnover on a fumble that Jet Walker was able to get his hand in and pull out of the running back's hands and recover. And then I believe they've had about 2 more, probably more than that, but at least 2 that right off the top of my head that they had turnovers on downs. And they just get to a certain point, the offense for Wilcox, and it gets stopped by the defense of the Cougars, and they turn the ball over. But they have been able to produce 2 touchdowns. So if you're Wilcox, you're happy with the effort by the offense.
More of those offensive totals for the Cowboys. Their leading ball carrier is 3 rushes. He's gained 66 yards. But the long was a 69-yard rush. So he's gone the wrong way on 2 of those carries. But that run that the young man put together, and that was a touchdown run for Landon Ward earlier in the game. Give some excitement to the Cowboy fans. Remington Todd, 8 carries for 32 yards. He has the other touchdown run the Cowboys have put on the board. Alec Fuentes, 6 carries for 36 yards. Ismael Cuevas, 4 carries for 33 yards in the first half. That's what the totals look like for you. Well, we're going to take a timeout. And we'll return with more action from that swamp that you're looking at on the replays up there. Show Low High School is holding the water tonight. It hasn't found a place to run off very much. There's water everywhere out there. It's a soggy mess tonight, everybody. But the Cougars are certainly taking care of business. 35-12, they lead at halftime. And we'll close out our first half here with the word in. Let's get a word from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, everybody. They present the halftime report. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with the second half here. More football on the way with the Cougars on top comfortably. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Back after this.
Now, through August, you can win a 4-day cruise vacation for 2. Get away on the sea to either Baja, Mexico or the Bahamas. You pick your destination and you pick the date. Plus, we will give you $1,000 cash to spend on your trip. Right now at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, every insured replacement qualifies for 2 amazing dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 tickets to the WME theaters. Or choose full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And every customer, whether you have insurance or pay out of pocket, gets entered to win a cruise vacation you will never forget and $1,000 cash to go with it. You know the number. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
back into the Sports Zone game. Hatch Toyota, thank you for joining us, everybody. Football show, and the second half about to get underway. Floyd Simmons covered around the 30, 38, 39-yard line, something like that for the Cowboys. They'll have good field position to start the second half, but Show Low has a 35-12. 315 yards of total offense in the first half for Show Low's Nash Brewer. And we're back to the second half, everybody. Welcome back in. Cash McCumber lines him up, and he wants to throw. The first time in the game, he's got a man wide open. Beat the defender on that far side of the field. But it is going to be incomplete. The guy that was heading down that sideline, Landon Ward, caught the Show Low defense napping after not catching a pass. Him or any of his teammates, the Show Low defense may have been snoozing just a little bit on that.
As you mentioned, that the Willcox Cowboys attempted 0 pass attempts. So you're thinking they're going to come out with a run, and sure enough, they fire it up and overthrow their open receiver. Unfortunately for Cash, I think his stat for the night's going to be 0 for 1.
You don't think he'll throw again, huh? Well, the guy that he just tried to hit with the pass will take the pitch. And around the left side, that's Landon Ward. However, he is unable to gain anything on the play. And a marker down. Another marker is down. This one will work against the Cowboys offense. So there was a no gain, and now they'll step off the penalty. Maybe erase that last play. We'll see what the Cougars end up doing.
Floyd, I thought it was a rule somewhere. I don't know if it's the AIA rule or whatnot, but if you have more than 2 inches of rain, water on the field, you're only allowed to throw so many flags during the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's a rule, Byron. I mean, it's a good try, though. Excellent try.
I'm just saying. Look, the rain's going to cause already enough mishap, on the field. I don't think they need to add any more flags to it.
Why add insult to injury?
Yes.
Why add to the misery, right?
Exactly.
Well, I can see your point now. After the mark-off, it's 2nd and 20, and McCumber's running for his life, throws on the run. He's got a man. Pass caught at the 37-yard line. Lower the shoulders, and how about this? Big gain. That's a 25-yard pass play. And surprise, surprise, Wilcox can throw the forward pass. Alex Fuentes on the receiving end of this one. He was wide open. McCumber staying alive out there, running for his life.
Look at that. 2 for 2 in open receivers. 1 for 2 in completions for the Willcox Cowboys. I know what you're thinking, Floyd, and I know what our listeners are thinking. Why didn't they do this in the first half?
That is exactly what I was thinking. It's like you have a window into my soul there, Byron. Here is a 1-yard gain over the left side this time, and that'll be spotted right down at the 50-yard line, midfield. After that short gain, I believe that was Remington Todd on the run in the football. 9 carries, 33 yards for that young man. And he runs right into Preston Power on the replay right there. You see it. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 50-yard line. Slot right formation for the Cowboys. Up the middle they go. Well, I think that one of the objectives that the Cowboys have is you watch this ball go for 4 yards. Spotted at the 46 of Show Low. Head coach is Eric Halmerson. You know Coach Halmerson, don't you? And I think that Coach Halmerson, his whole objective here is to try to shorten the game as much as possible, run the clock, use as much clock as he can. And if he can keep Show Low from having too many opportunities with it, that's going to feel a lot better and keep the score a lot more respectable than otherwise. There's a carry. That's Landon Ward carrying the football, and Landon has... I'm not sure what Landon got on that play. No gain, I guess.
Yeah, no gain right there. And, Show Low's defense doing the fool me once, fool me twice, but after that, we will not be fooled again. That scissor play has not worked for Wilcox the last couple times.
Be 4th down and 6 coming up for the Cowboys. Hey, there's a great comedy sketch. This guy, he does the fool me once, and fool me twice, and then he fool me 3 times. And fool me 4 times. He gets up to like 7 times. And he defines what all of that means. It's a great thing. Look at this. McCumber might have wanted to hand the ball off. He was going the wrong direction, and he got tracked down in a hurry on that play. That's Kyle Irvin getting there, unabated to the quarterback.
Yeah, Kyle Irvin just coming on a blitz, free and clear, and just cashes in on cash right there on the 4th down. Turnover on downs, Show Low ball.
Well, 9 yards lost on the play by McCumber and a turnover on downs. He got tackled way past. Initial contact was at 9 yards deep. So from the Cowboys' 44-yard line, Show Low's got the ball again. They've got Nash Brewer in at quarterback after 3.5 total offensive yards. And was that deflected by the defender? Did he somehow elevate and get a hand on the ball on what looked like a beautiful pass intended for Jake Decker? It's incomplete.
I believe it was touched before it went into Decker's arms right there. So nice play by the defender of the Cowboys.
Take another look. Nope. It was just a beautiful pass right on the hands, and Jake couldn't hold on to it. So incomplete, 2nd down and 10 for the Cougars. Brewer looking left, and he'll have that one deflected. This time it was a clean defensive play by Avery Eddington. He's able to deflect the ball, knock it away, bring up 3rd down and 10.
Brewer never really saw Eddington right there, number 11 for the Cowboys defense. He just had his guy going down the sideline right there. I think it was a Irvin right there, like a little wheel route, and never saw the defender. And luckily for Brewer, the defender was unable to come down with the INT.
And now we got a penalty marked off, so it'll be 2nd down all over again. In the backfield, with Nash Brewer in the pistol set is Alex Anderson. I think Alex had 33 yards rushing, if I'm not mistaken, in the first half. He'll get a chance right here. But he is going to lose yardage. He loses 2 yards on the play. Wilcox got there. Cash McCumber. You recognize that name? The quarterback also plays defense? No, it wasn't Cash. Sorry, it was Caleb Cook. Caleb Cook is the guy who came through. And the first guy to get there, 2 yards lost on the play.
Yeah, Caleb Cook just came on an inside blitz right there, untouched. And look, it doesn't happen very often that you're able to take down Alex Anderson or keep him from a no-gain situation, a loss, and right there give credit to Caleb Cook for not getting a TFL on Alex Anderson.
From the 49-yard line, Nash Brewer under pressure escapes all of that, and now he's got a lot of green in front of him. Well, it's green with some shades of brown, and he is able to gain a whole bunch of the yardage back. Nash is going to get, well, let's check it for you. Can't see the yard markers anymore. I just want to give you the yardage, everybody. How about a 14-yard gain for Nash on that play? 4th down and 3 coming up.
How about the play by Landon Ward of the Cowboy defense right there? One-on-one on Nash Brewer. Very rarely are you going to bring him down one-on-one. But here, Ward is able to bring him down short of the 1st down.
4th down give, left side. And that'll be a 1st down gain for Anderson as he cuts it back to the middle of the field across the 30-yard line. And Anderson will have the yardage necessary to move the chains for the Cougar offense. Gain of 11 yards on the play, 1st down.
Show Low moving the ball here on their offensive series here in the 3rd quarter.
So the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets have come up with a victory tonight. They traveled to Window Rock and got a 58-0 victory today. Marker down again. And down goes Alex Anderson. He fought and battled, didn't he? I mean, it looked like he'd get knocked down at the line of scrimmage. He didn't want to have anything to do with that. He kept the feet churning and gained some yardage, but we'll see if it stands. Another marker
he's
down.
very hard to bring down. That's why I said it was very rare for him to get a TFL right there. And you saw the effort and how hard it is to bring him down. And I think we had dueling flags right there by the opposite sideline judges. I think one saw the other one going for the flag and decided to do a quick draw, and they both decided to see how far they could throw it.
Well, Show Low gets called for a sideline warning or sideline violation of some kind. That one's declined. Illegal procedure on Show Low is accepted. So that gain a moment ago, that hard run and tough running gain by Anderson is erased. 5-yard mark off. It's first down and 14 now. Yes, I said first down and 14. At least by where the down marker is located. Brewer lines him up and hands it off. And Jet Walker goes down. Pardon me, that's not Jet, that's Kyle Irvin. Kyle Irvin on the carry. Kyle got 1 yard on the play. So now, second down and 13 coming up.
Big defensive series here for the Cowboys. If they could just stop the Cougars from scoring and keep it within some semblance of offensive series for them.
Second down, shotgun, pressure. And this time, it's going to pay off. Incomplete pass over the middle. Brewer was trying to see if he could get the ball. Now, that was a dangerous pass attempt because there was coverage on the receiver coming across, and the ball landed well short. Nash goes down, and actually, it's incomplete. The pass is incomplete, or should be incomplete.
It's an incomplete pass, but I think they had an offensive lineman downfield because he thought, oh, Nash is getting ready to run. I'm going to run down there. And then at the last minute, Brewer throws the ball, and he kind of hangs his lineman out there to dry.
That was Donovan Miller who ended up going downfield. Now look, if you watch that play again, I don't think he was downfield by more than a step, 2 at the most, but they normally give you that. And I think with Show Low leading by the margin they are, 35-12, I think that's the only real reason why they're even throwing the flag, because watch this. That's about the line of scrimmage. I don't know that he was downfield. Here comes a pass over the middle. It's incomplete. And another marker is down.
Okay, are we back to if you have so much weather?
And that's illegal man downfield again, by the way.
If you have so much weather, you can only have so many flags?
Well, that's the claim you make.
Well, what do you think? I mean, right now, this is about, what, the 4th penalty in a row?
Something like that, yeah. Let's see here. Who's the illegal man? Okay, I see. Well, no, Preston. Oh, yeah. I see the offensive lineman. He was a step or 2 downfield. Again, you know, they were giving you like 6 feet in the past, like 2 yards in the past. Maybe they've modified that, or maybe they are taking a closer look at that one way or the other. That's 2 consecutive plays. Show Low's been found guilty. So the penalty marks it back, and they'll go for it again on second down and very long. Nash steps up. That's dangerous for the defense. Cuts it back. There he goes racing for big yardage, and he'll step out of bounds. Nash is going to end up getting a whole bunch of that back. Did he get the first down is the question. I think he went out right at the,
a yard short.
Necessary. A yard short? Okay.
Nope, they're giving it to him. Right at the yardage marker.
25-yard gain. Needed to get to the 15, and he got to the 15. So that's a Nash Brewer first down. He had eyes in the back of his head, Byron. He could tell where the sticks were on the opposite side of the field.
Well, now I understand why they had the penalty yardage. Because they wanted to get pushed back and wear down the defensive lineman.
Gotcha. Good move, yeah. It's always a good move. How did you like Derek Simmons backing out on the play? Here comes Kyle Irvin. The handoff to the right side, cuts it back, spins ahead, and Kyle's got about 7 on the play. We're going to check it for you here. Hey, go back to the last play where Nash steps out of bounds, if you could. I want you to see, because sometimes we got to give Derek a hard time once in a while. Here's that run again by Nash. This is the look we're trying to see here. And if we can actually get to the end of the play, I don't know if we're going to because Show Low's already lining up on offense. Let's look at it again here in a moment because the Cougar offense is back lined up. So let's jump back to live and watch Nash and the offense get set. That was a 7-yard gain on the last play by Irvin. Now Nash is going to get hit and fail to get the first down. That'll be right at about a yard gained on the play for Brewer. It was 1 yard for Nash, and it's third down and just under 2 yards to go. So the Cougars are going to run, get to the line quickly, not waste any time. So an unusual offset I formation with the quarterback in shotgun, and they'll hand it off to the right. Let's see where Anderson goes down. That'll be a first down, but there's a marker down again on the far side of the field. Another penalty flag thrown. It was a good look at it on the replay right there, and that's going to be illegal procedure on the offense. Lots and lots of flags today.
Well, we talked about how dirty the uniforms were getting for the Willcox Cowboys. How they start off with white, but now because of the mud. So I guess the referees decided, hey, if it's laundry day, let's all get involved. Let's throw the laundry around.
Everybody getting into the action. Okay, all right. So now it's third down again, third down and 7. Brewer sets him up. And he fakes it. Roll out to the opposite side. Nash is grabbed, throws the ball up into the end zone. And the big fella has it for his third touchdown catch of the day. Preston Power hauls it in for the score.
How about that play right there? You're a little bit defeated right there by the Cowboy defense. You've got Nash Brewer. You're trying to bring him down, and he throws it up into the arms of Preston Travis Kelsey Power, okay, for the third touchdown of the day.
Now, why would you insult Preston Power like that? Because clearly he's got a thing or two on Kelsey. Clearly, I say. And the 2-point try is unsuccessful. But there is, say it with me, a marker down, a flag down, yes.
A flag on the play.
Okay. Maybe we should, you know how we're doing the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass
and tint.
Maybe we should come up with the okay, 2-minute motion at the snap. And you cannot decline that, I don't think, Byron.
They did.
Oh, well, I mean, you can decline it, yes, if you stop them on the play. What I meant was if they had scored, there's no declination, I don't think. So, there you go. 3:31 remaining in the third quarter. It's 41-12. The Show Low Cougars go up in front. Everybody, let's get a word in from our very good friends at Hatch Concrete. Everybody, Hatch Concrete, one of our sponsoring partners of the Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast. Let's grab Hatch Concrete and a quick timeout, everybody. This is Sports Zone's coverage of the Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality surface, quality concrete, and Fox Blocks, where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
We got some bad news to report, Show Low Cougar fans. That is that the sophomore sensation, Jet Walker, is apparently on crutches right now. We hope that it's not a very serious injury. That's one of the things that you worry about when you're playing on a field like this with the loose turf and you can't get good footing. Your feet are sliding out, slipping all over the place. You know, the chance for injury just grows by a lot in games like this. I saw Nash, after a long game, get kind of tackled awkwardly with his knee, a little stressed to the side. I didn't like it. I didn't like seeing it. Just hate it when they have to play on fields like this one tonight. Even though it harkens us back, old-timers like you and I, Byron, we think about games from back in the 70s, NFL games that were played in these kind of conditions.
When you played on broken bones?
When we did, when the NFL guys did. Yeah, absolutely. First down play for the Cowboys. And that's Remington Todd bouncing off guys. And they strung him out nicely for a no gain on the far side of the field. Everybody had a shot at him, but finally he went down. And again, no gain on that play for the Cowboy running back.
I know you'll know the name. I can't remember it. But he was a Los Angeles Rams defensive player, and he played on a broken leg.
So you're talking about a guy that broke his leg in the championship game and then played in the Super Bowl on his broken fibula. You're talking about Jack Youngblood is what you're talking about, Byron.
Jack Youngblood.
Jack Youngblood, one of the toughest hombres to ever play in the NFL, okay? From my beloved time. Boy, Cowboys got a man wide open on a wheel route, but there was no time to throw. The defense was all. And give credit to Jacob Murray. Murray gets the quarterback sack as he gave chase, and he brought McCumber down for the loss on that play. A big loss as well. And an injured player on the other side is that McCumber. Quarterback is limping around, and he is going to head to the bench, and that means somebody else is going to have to come in and take snaps for at least a moment. McCumber doesn't look too... Boy, he looks like he is in a ton of pain and doesn't look too good right now.
Third and long for the Cowboys from their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, I think when he got sacked right there, those players just kind of came down, landed on his ankle, and when you have about 2 or 3 guys, especially with these conditions, land on your ankle, it's going to get twisted pretty easily. And right there, you can just see him limping around.
Well, let's get you the yardage on that last play. Boy, that is a ton. Looks like he lost 13 yards on that last play. So 3rd down and 23 coming up. Penalty marker thrown.
So the dancing around by the Cougar defense, somebody, instead of doing the 2-step, did the 3-step and is called for offsides. Coach said do the 2-step, but they did the box trot.
Trying to show the folks that you have a little bit of bit of class there, huh, Byron?
That's absolutely
sophistication. Here's the give and the cutback on the play for. That's Landon Ward carrying the football, and like I said, got 8 yards on that. That'll bring up 4th down and 12. 4th down and 12. We haven't seen a punt today.
I was going to say, I think this is going to be our first punt. Possibly.
You think it's going to be a punt, right?
I think so.
Normally, this would be a punt, but you're back there. You got to get some footing to kick the ball. I don't know. Maybe you don't punt in a situation like this.
It's your own 26.
Well, timeout. Timeout is taken. One of the coaches decided to grab that timeout. We'll let you know that our next broadcast of the Sports Zone's Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota, is next Friday at Lobo Stadium. These same Show Low Cougars are going to go to Lobo Stadium and take on Snowflake. How do you like that one, huh?
Snowflake score by chance?
Somebody's got to have it.
I mean, somebody's got to.
Somebody's got it. We got 72 people on the crew today. I don't know how we're going to afford to pay for all these people. Somebody's got to have it. 20-10, Cactus leads Snowflake at halftime. 20-10, Cactus in front of Snowflake at halftime.
I tell you what.
That game is within reach.
I tell you what, if Snowflake's unable to come back, they are going to be looking for that win next week desperately.
It's going to be like a pack of wolves.
A pack of wolves.
Like a hungry pack of wolves next Friday night. Hey, there's our first punt of the game. And that one is fielded by Anderson. He plucked it right out of the air, and he immediately got hit. Almost a no return for Anderson on that play. Nice job back there. Caleb Cook was there, Remington Todd in coverage. The line drive kick. You would normally expect that you need some hang time for the coverage to get down there, but not so this time, and almost a no return, but it's good field position for Show Low at the Cowboys 43-yard line.
Scoring update. Cactus 20, Snowflake 17.
Oh, here we go. The Snowflake Lobos, with all the great weaponry that they've got, have gotten to within 3 of the Cobras. Remember that Cactus was in the 5A state championship game last year. It's not a bad football program. Flanker left. Brewer tosses it left. And Kyle Irvin goes across the 40-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play for Irvin. 2nd down, 6 on the way for the Cougars. We may have just seen the final play of the third quarter. They don't have to. Show Low doesn't have to run another play here in the third period. There's 20 seconds remaining, clock counting down. We'll see if they're going to run one anyway. Byron, you've got to, if you're Coach Carlo Hernandez, if you're Scott Hoffmeyer, the athletic director, you have to hate the price, the toll that is being taken on your field here tonight.
Yes, you do.
Look at that thing. It's destroyed out there. It is destroyed. Hey, we're going to take a timeout at the end of this third quarter. Let's get a word in. Let's get a word in from Hatch Toyota, everybody. Hatch Toyota is your sponsor of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Stand by, a big lead for Show Low. Let's get to the fourth quarter. This is the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Mountains, rev up your engines. Because Hatch Toyota in Show Low, the #1 volume dealer, is hosting a Labor Day liquidation invoice sale. Prepare for a great deal this weekend as we're slashing prices like never before. For a limited time, brand new Toyota at dealer invoice, which is the same price we pay from the factory. Score a new Toyota for the same exact price we pay. Say goodbye to haggling and hello to an unbeatable deal. Whether it's Camry, Corolla, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or the all-new Tundra, we've got them at dealer invoice. The Labor Day liquidation invoice sale is here to make your dreams of driving a new Toyota a reality at an unbeatable price. But you've got to act fast because this opportunity won't last forever.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offers and approved benefits, tax and license and dealer documentation fees.
Back to Show Low Ford Stadium, and this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. There's the snap on a 2nd down and 6 play. But before it can unfold, a flag is down. A flag is down, yes.
Is down.
Of course there's a flag. Mark that one off 5 yards against the Show Low offense. And it will be 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars. 2 backs in the back. Nash Brewer hands off to Anderson. And Anderson's got some room. And he'll go spinning around to the 30-yard line or thereabouts, just outside the 30-yard line. Nice pickup on that play. How about a gain for Anderson?
How about Anderson right there? He gets you the short yardage, but he'll get you the long play right there. Coming off the left side, eluding a tackle, and getting the...
You're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. And a 1st down play on the way from just outside the 30-yard line. Some confusion in the backfield, and Nash Brewer is going to get hit and go down awkwardly. Hit first at the 34-yard line. Nash lost 4 yards on the play. So 3rd down is on the way.
It's a good thing Nash does stretches beforehand, gets pretty limber right there. He was bent over like a pretzel by the...
Third quarter, fourth quarter action now. It's the 4th period here at Show Low. And he's got a great push up the middle. He just will not go down. He crosses the 20-yard line. I love the way this guy runs with the football in his hands. He gains 16 yards to the 18-yard line for a first down. He's got that low center of gravity, Byron, and it's like his feet are rooted in the ground. He just won't go down.
Look at him just carry number 7 right there for about 5 yards.
He hit the ground pretty hard at the end of it, but that had a lot less to do with the defender, Byron, than it did his own momentum and the leg drive. If you watch it again here at the end of the play, the defender bringing him down had a fistful of jersey, but watch him. It's just his own will bring him down. Hits the ground pretty tough, pretty hard on the play, and a timeout, by the way, taken out there on the field. Don't forget next week's broadcast coverage of the game of the week. Snowflake hosting Show Low. The Cougars will get a win tonight here. 10:41 remaining. I know there's a lot of time, but not enough to overcome the deficit that Wilcox is facing. As far as the Snowflake Lobos go, they are inching closer in that game with Cactus. What a great game that must be going on.
Yeah, down in Cactus, 2017.
The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets got a win today, 58-0.
Cowboys 20-yard line.
Let's see, it was a victory for Round Valley last night. The Elks beat St. John's. Congratulations to Round Valley on picking up a win. They are now 1-1 on the season. St. John's has dropped to 0-2. And for Round Valley, a 37-8 victory last night. Cougars carry the ball around the right side.
On the carry.
And that's Ruzma,
On the right side.
who will take the ball to the 10-yard line. 8-yard gain on the play for Ruzma.
And a
flag is
on the play.
Down on the play.
That's right.
Okay, got it. Obviously.
Hey, why would we not have something?
Exactly. So they mark it back. That's against Show Low. That last run for Ruzma will not count, unfortunately. Line of scrimmage back to the 28-yard line for Show Low. Brewer rolls out. He has so much time to throw. Throws one up in the end zone, and the pass is caught! That is Jake Decker out jumping the defense. Nash just decided, hey, let me throw it into that crowd and see if one of my guys can come up with it. And the guy that came up with it was Jake Decker.
Yeah, Nash back to pass. He had all night long back there. And I think he just got so bored, he's like, I got to do something. I'm throwing it up for grabs. I'm throwing it to the end zone. I see a couple of green jerseys there. And guess what? Jake Decker goes sky high for the rebound and comes down with the touchdown.
Touchdown, Show Low. 10 minutes on the clock. And the point after is good. And our score is 48-12. 48-12. Show Low in front. Of the Willcox Cowboys with about 10 minutes remaining in this one today. There's that throw again. Great throw. Great look by our guys. Great shot, Derek Simmons. And I'm going to tell you, I believe that Nash was throwing for Jake on that play. I believe that was his guy. Jake comes down, touchdown, Show Low.
Nash had so much time, he was playing solitaire, and I think he actually won the game. And he's like, okay, now what do I do? And so he's like, oh, I see Decker right there. I'm gonna hit him for a touchdown.
Byron, you say he won the game. like you're shocked and surprised. Have you never won at solitaire?
I never play, but I see everybody playing it, and they always start the game over.
Would these be your employees at Ace Hardware?
Absolutely.
They're always playing. And they always have to start the game over. Hey, look at this return by the Cowboys. And this one is going to the house. Landon Ward takes it back. He found a seam early, and he takes it to the house. Yes, I'm looking too. Where's the flag?
There's no flag?
That must be a mistake. There's no flag. The Cowboys have taken this one back for the touchdown. Let's count the yardage up on this. It's a great return by Landon Ward. He got the nice bounce. It's about a 75-yard kick return.
I was going to say, it looked like about 75 yards right there. Look at all the green jerseys that he just runs past straight up the middle on the hash line. He comes back, and the kicker is on the ground. He had slipped, and no one's going to catch Ward for the touchdown.
And nobody certainly did. We'll get a timeout. We're going to get a word from the Bloomhouse Floral Designs shop right after this. Point after try. That is up and good. The kick is good for the Cowboys. And it's 48. Joining us back in a moment with more of the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota.
Words are just not enough to celebrating an everlasting love or brightening your home with a splash of color. The Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top is your floral design partner. Beautiful spring blooms are ready for grab and go. Want to deliver flowers often but don't want the hassle of are now available. The Bloomhouse, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 until 4, is dedicated to bringing the beauty of nature to all.
Grizzly Bear Construction, Stonehouse Construction, Legend Fitness, Elevate Athletics. Thank you, Show Low Spirit Line.
Hey, we're back, everybody. And we've got just a shade under 10 minutes remaining in regulation of this one, 48-19. Show Low leads the Willcox Cowboys. So the Cougars look to go to 1-1 on the season. Get ready for Snowflake next week. Show Low's got a pretty stout schedule this year that includes Paradise Honors coming to town in just a few weeks.
Yo, Floyd, I'm glad you brought that up. The Show Low schedule has got to be the toughest for 3A.
Well, they're going to get a lot of bonus points when it comes to the rankings, just for playing
week,
all these teams.
Right, last week, Push Ridge.
Yeah.
Okay, this week, look, Wilcox is 2A. They're going to be one of the better 2A teams. Next week, Snowflake. Then, Paradise Honors. I mean, that's a heck of an out-of-conference schedule.
It's a little bit brutal. It's a little bit brutal. I'm not going to lie. That's a tough go for the Show Low Cougars. They've just got to hope to stay healthy for the the bulk of the season to be ready and be playoff durable. Nash Brewer runs through a big mud puddle on his conference with Coach Hernandez, Coach Michael Boyce. That offense for Show Low. And the set up shop at their own 49-yard line with a 31-point advantage. Byron, do you know the rules on the running clock as we watch Anderson once again take it up the middle?
It's got to be more than 40 points, does it not?
Boy, Anderson is such a tough runner. And he's got the first down on a gain of 11 yards on the play. Yeah, I was going to explain to you what the running clock is. Don't panic just yet here. So here's the deal. If you get a 35-point advantage in the first half, running clock. You get a 42-point advantage in the second half, running clock. Okay. So what's new about that for me is that I didn't realize you could have a running clock in the first half.
Yeah, because I think you corrected me in the first game of the season against Blue Ridge on that. So basically what you're saying is you're admitting that you were wrong and I was right. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I'd never do that, Byron. There's a 6-yard gain to the 35-yard line on that play. I'd never go that far. So
you didn't have to, but you just admitted that you were wrong.
No, just walk that one back, okay?
No way. I was right. You were wrong. What can I say?
My wife is going to come to my defense here in just a minute. Our statistician, the lovely Sonia Simmons, so you got to watch out, buddy. Watch yourself.
And since she's in the broadcast booth, that's why I am not the best looking here in the booth. Okay?
I was going to say, is that why you feel safe? Here's a great run after contact. Wow, how about that run? Is that Kyle Irvin dishing out some punishment at the end of this thing? Irvin with a gain of 21 yards on the play.
You know, I think that's what we're just calling the Perkins Cinders truck right there. He just lowered the boom on the Wilcox defender.
It was his own guy that slowed him up, and then I think out of frustration he said, I'm going to take out all of my issues and problems on that defender right there. What a great run by Kyle Irvin. Up the middle, Anderson, and he gets immediately stopped on the play. And I do believe that the first guy on the scene was Christian Teeters. Teeters the guy, and we go back and look at that finish by Kyle Irvin again. Wow. Wow. That was thunderous, wasn't it?
That it was.
He finished with that forearm coming up like Walter Payton used to run. You know, when he would get into traffic, somehow he would lead with that forearm. Here's a snap that ends up back in Nash's hands. It bounced off Nash's hands, then it hit the running back, then it was back in the quarterback's hands, and he decided to settle in right there, and let's just call it a day right there. Call it a play and do the next one.
Exactly. Nice job by Nash. Really, I truly believe, I think, because of his broken thumb, he just said, hey, I'm going to sit down. I think if he didn't have that, he was going to try to do his normal thing, which is scramble, get out of trouble, and get some positive yards.
I need that computer for a second, okay?
Uh-huh. Hey, that's your phone, not mine. I mean, you want me to throw it away?
Is that my phone?
Yeah, let me chuck it.
I'll take it from you. Oh, I see what you're saying. You were watching some video. Here's Irvin again with the run, and Irvin again finishing strong. There's another punishing run by Kyle Irvin. I think they're going to mark him with a 10-yard gain on the play. No, make it. I'm going to have to check on that. He's spotted at the 16-yard gain for Kyle again. Watch the finish. This guy loves to find somebody to hurt at the end of the play.
Come on, let's go.
Well, here's the deal. That's the same defender that he hit the first time. Okay? I think the defender's going to say, next time, I'm letting you go.
Next time, you do what you want to do. Well, Kyle Irvin got a little dose of medicine, his own medicine on this play. These Cowboys are getting tired and a little woozy out there. They're getting tired of the punishment coming out their direction. Let's see. No gain on that play, I believe?
No gain. So that's a turnover on downs by the Cougars. And, yeah, Kyle Irvin really wanted to lower the boom, but he was his legs that he uses to pile drive were held down, and he was held up and driven backwards.
Held him a little bit, didn't they?
Well, good news is McCumber comes back in, but you can tell he has an ankle injury. How? He's got tape on his right leg, and that's the widest part of his uniform.
Okay, makes sense. Turnover on downs. Cowboys will have it, and the Cowboys get a nice run out of it this time.
Head up number 7, Alex Fuentes. Gets enough for a first down. Brought down by number 22, Edwin Medina.
McCumber gives it over the right side, and it's like the trenches of France back in 1917. I mean, it's just a stalemate out there in the mud, in the muck, and the mire. You just have to hope and pray you don't get trench foot this on a night like tonight.
That's right. Change your shoes and socks so you don't get trench foot. I think Wilcox, just under 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. I think Wilcox is just trying to take as much time as they can so that they can maybe get some dry clothes on and head back home.
Cowboys carry the ball after that 2-yard gain on first down. Now we'll gain 3 more to make it third down and 5. Third down and 5. Ball carrier was Remington Todd on that last play. Here comes the third down play for the Cowboys, trying to get out of Show Low and trying to get out, in one piece right now.
Yes.
48-19 Show Low lead. The Cougars going to even up their record at 1-1.
I wish Rochelle was here right now because she's the Star Wars aficionado, but I think we have a Star Wars figure here in the booth.
As you take a look at an incomplete pass downfield. You're talking about Ellie.
Ellie, but that's a Star Wars character right there. But yeah. I couldn't tell you. Only Rochelle Austin would be able to tell us that.
I bet she could tell you who the Star Wars character is. Who do you look most like with this whole get-up with the thing around your head and all that kind of stuff? Which Star Wars character do you look like? She knows what's going on.
Akashi? Akasha? Is that how you enunciate it?
Yeah, who can know? Here's a second punt of the game, almost blocked. Show Low special teams coming after it, and they're going to let this one bounce and roll into Show Low territory. Bounces to the down at the 47-yard line. 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining in this football showdown.
First and 10.
So now the Cougars offense will come back out for probably the last time today. 2 timeouts remain for the Cowboys, but I don't think they're going to use them. And a new quarterback out on the field. We got a final score in the Snowflake game, by the way.
Just so you know, that's the new quarterback for Show Low.
Final score in the Snowflake game, 20-17. Cactus has defeated the Snowflake Lobos. What a game that must have been, and congratulations to Snowflake on what had. I don't know. You don't normally say congratulations when a team comes out on the wrong side of the score, but hey, man, I mean, it's Cactus, okay? It's great Cactus Cobras team. So Snowflake availed themselves well. Unfortunately, they're 0-2 right now after the loss tonight to the Cobras. So this quarterback is.
You're going to let me do it? How about just Barker? I'm just going to go with the last name Barker.
And Barker is going to run into 3 Cowboy defenders and somehow stay on his feet. Wow, that was well done. Zayden?
Don't look at me and ask for confirmation.
I'll go with Zayden. He's getting a handshake from Coach. He's like, Coach is saying, I don't know how you stayed on your feet through that whole thing, but you deserve a little handshake, young man. And he got one from Coach Hernandez right there. Watch this. You thought he was going down right here, okay? Somehow he stays on his feet. Now he should have been pile-driven by the next defender. Still, he stays on his feet. He's got another guy wrapped up on him, and he just won't go down. He's trying to tell Coach, he's trying to send a message on the final play of the game, which is, hey, man, Coach, maybe I should play quarterback. What do you think Nash Brewer would say about that? Stay in your lane, young man.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah. How about the Show Low Cougars coming up with a huge win tonight, everybody? Huge win in this one. We're going to grab us a timeout, everybody. In our postgame, of course, we'll announce the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. That'll be on the way. We're going to grab a timeout. We'll return to Show Low High School in just a moment with our postgame wrap-up. A 48-19 victory today for Show Low over Wilcox. Don't go anywhere. This is the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Back in a bit.
Mountains, rev up your engines! Because Hatch Toyota in Show Low, the #1 volume dealer, is hosting a Labor Day liquidation invoice sale. Deal this weekend as we're slashing prices like never before. For a limited time, we're putting you in the driver's seat of a brand new Toyota at dealer invoice, which is the same price we pay for a new Toyota for the same exact price we to haggling, and hello to an unbeatable deal. Whether it's Camry, Corolla, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or the all-new Tundra, we've got them at dealer invoice. The Labor Day liquidation invoice sale is here to make Toyota a reality at an unbeatable price. But you've got to act fast because this opportunity won't last forever.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
If there's one player on the field that outperforms the rest, it's Perkins Cinders. Like any all-star, they put in the hard work by sourcing, sorting, and delivering all things dirt. Concrete materials, gravel, cinders, topsoil, mulch, and more. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders will help you score that huge win with your project. Serving the entire White Mountains at PerkinsCindersInc.com. Get a load of this.
Have you heard the big news? White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville is bold in their approach to upgrade and improve your healthcare experience. Not only do they have professional, experienced providers that service a wellness clinic, laboratory and physical therapy services, and imaging and surgical services, they are also expanding their ER facility and capabilities. White Mountain Regional Medical Center strives to enhance the wellness of your community, one patient at a time.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Now, through August, you can win a 4-day cruise vacation for 2. Get away on the sea to either Baja, Mexico or the Bahamas. You pick your destination and you pick the date. Plus, we will give you $1,000 cash to spend on your trip. Right now at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, every insured replacement qualifies for 2 amazing dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 tickets to the WME theaters. Or choose full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And every customer, whether you have insurance or pay out of pocket, gets entered to win a cruise vacation you will never forget and $1,000 cash to go with it. You know the number. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-597 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
They both.
Hey everybody, we're back. We're with our post-game wrap-up of the Sports Zone's Player Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota, part of the Friday Night Football Show. Final score 35-12. Show Low has defeated the Willcox Cowboys. Take a look at some of the put together by our crack production team, led by our producer, technical director, Joe Matthews. The final score was 48-19. I'm not sure why. Oh, I get it. We got to update that score, guys. We got to update that score. So we'll get that thing fixed for you again. It wasn't 35-12 the final. It was 48-19. So back in here at Show Low Ford Stadium, the home of the Cougars, and our broadcast coverage tonight on this big home opening win for Show Low. They're 1-1 now after tonight's victory. And there we go. Now we got it. Now we know what we're talking about. 48, well, not 20, but, in that vicinity, in that neighborhood. 48-19, the final score.
It doesn't go odd numbers, just even. That's why it's 48-20.
It won't, well, and you said it, and it got fixed.
Exactly, see?
And right there. So you found a way to make it work, Byron. Well done.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So there you go. Also, to have him turn off the ingest button. Tell him, let's get. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. And now we're back, and everything is
copacetic,
right in the world again. Okay. Byron and Floyd here, wrapping things up for you, everybody, tonight. Let's do this. Let's jump to the Sports Zone Radio's Player of the Game real quick. Let's get that out of the way, because Byron, I've commissioned you to make that decision on what we're doing right here, because there is any number of directions we could go with it. Okay, I'm gonna let you decide on that so that we can make sure that we contact whoever we need to get it done.
And I believe we're gonna have co-players of the game, because that's what I do best. I like to have co-players of the game. And
a trophy for everybody.
A trophy for everybody.
Yeah.
So co-players of the game will be Nash Brewer and Preston Power. It's like in baseball when a pitcher throws a no-hitter, but sometimes you got to give credit to the battery mate, the catcher.
Yeah.
Who's calling the game? Did he not call what pitches need to be made and
I don't know.
and whatnot? And so you have to credit the catcher also for a no-hitter. So we're going to give Preston Power and Nash Brewer co-player.
Because Joe's the coach of the Snowflake Lobo baseball team. Joe, do you let your catchers call the pitches, or do you call the pitches? 50-50. Okay, 50-50. So it depends. If you're winning by 12, the guy gets to call the pitches, right? Is that kind of how it goes? If you're down by 3 to a good team, who's calling those pitches? Oh, okay. So it's a personality dynamic. Gotcha, Coach. Okay. All right. Well said by the coach. Okay, so Nash had some great numbers. So
yes,
he's one of your players of the game. Nash was 7 of 12 for 204 yards, 5 touchdown passes, no interceptions. That's a pretty good night. It's a pretty good night.
Yeah, it's the average night.
In fact, 5 of his 7 pass completions were for touchdowns. That's not bad, okay? Nash Brewer also rushed for 182 yards on 16 carries. That's 11.4 yards per carry and a touchdown as well, 76-yard touchdown for Nash. So, yeah, I guess he deserves consideration. Some consideration. Now, on the receiving end of 3 of his passes he got 3 passes for 89 yards and 3 touchdowns. By the way, that's 29.7 yards per catch. So what are you telling me about Jake Decker then? Where does Jake Decker figure in? Because he caught 2 passes for 61 yards. He actually had 0.8 yards more per catch than Preston, and both of his catches were touchdowns, like all 3 of Preston's were touchdowns. Jake's got to get some honorable mention of some kind right there.
Yes, he does. Honorable mention right there. Honorable mention, Jake Decker.
Okay.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. He was that close.
He does not get. We do not have 3 co-players. We do not have a 3-headed monster. We only do 2.
Okay.
The limit is 2 co-players.
What if we do have 3 at some point? Then what do we call them?
We don't. We just have 2.
I'll check with you later on that.
Okay.
Remember this. We're going to remember Byron said that at some future date. You take a look at some of those highlights again on your screen. Those watching the video broadcast, thanks for checking in. YouTube channels, looking it over. Well, Byron, bounce back win. You were there last week when they had that disappointing second half and surrendered a 21-point lead to eventually lose 24-21 to Push Ridge. Obviously, they're as good as that Push Ridge team. That's a game that if they keep playing every Friday, you're going to be splitting all the time. So Show Low's one of the best teams in 3A. What did a game like this against Wilcox, who has some things that they can do? I think that certainly they gave a good test to Show Low in many ways. But what do you think a game like this does for the Cougars early on in a campaign?
Well, I think you saw the adjustments that were made by the Show Low Cougars. I thought maybe they got a little conservative in the 3rd and 4th quarter of that Push Ridge game. Here they were able to open up a little bit. They put Jet Walker into the slot. In the first play, had a big gain there. Unfortunately, though, moving forward, we'll have to see what the injury to Jet Walker was and is and how long he's out, because that could put a little step. I don't want to say a little step into the, but it could put a setback to the offense here for the Cougars, because he is a key factor in. We've seen him last year as a freshman when he was able to take over a little bit when Nash Brewer was able to go out, and he kind of helped fill the bill at running back. Or maybe it was Kishbaugh also the injury. He was able to fill in and here, so it could be, we'll see moving forward. But you saw what Show Low was going to try to do between Nash Brewer, Jet Walker, and Alex Anderson here tonight. And that was, come out with those three guys swinging, going for it all, and also here tonight against Wilcox, as opposed to last week. Not, I said they were conservative. Here, they kind of put the metal to the pedal. When they had the lead, they wanted to extend it. And I think that's what you got from this game here against the Willcox Cowboys.
As you look at the replays there, you saw a lot of the terrific defensive play that Show Low turned in. Today, they were able to limit the Cowboys offense to 2 touchdowns scored. One of the touchdowns put on the board today was a special teams touchdown, a late kick return that the Cowboys were able to take 75 yards for a touchdown. That young man, in fact, right there that you just got saw tonight on a running play, that was Remington Todd. I believe he was the young man that took the kick back for 75 yards. This is a team, Coach Eric Halmerson's team there with Wilcox. They're going to make some noise in the 2A ranks for sure.
Yeah, they are, definitely. And I believe that was Ward, number 24, that took that kick back 75 yards. But, look, you saw something that the Wilcox is going to be a power in the 2A. They've got the kids. They never gave up. They were able to run a little bit on the Cougar defense. And Cougar defense just did a great job. Pass rush. They didn't allow Cash to have a lot of time to get the ball off. But the few times that they did throw the ball, they had a receiver open. One time they overthrew him. The other time they connected. But the rest of the time they just didn't have the time to throw. But Wilcox is a good team.
Well, Byron, I know it's early. You've seen Show Low twice. You haven't seen Snowflake yet. Next week will be the first chance that Sports Zone Radio has to look at the Lobos this season in a broadcast. How would you assess at this juncture, looking ahead to next week, that big rivalry showdown, Show Low and Snowflake, Show Low at Snowflake next Friday? That'll be our broadcast next Friday night.
Well, look, after this week, Snowflake losing the Cactus in a close game, 20-17. Snowflake 0-2. They're going to be focused on win number 1, and especially at home. I believe their first 2 games have been on the road. So this is going to be their first home game. So they're going to be, I believe, very focused on getting that number 1 victory, that first victory of the season, and have it at home against a rival. Even though Snowflake's 4A, Show Low's 3A, they're rivals, from the White Mountains. I don't care. The AIA can do whatever they want, try to split them up. It's still looking for that first victory. I think Show Low matches up with them very well. Now, we'll have to see what happens with Jet Walker. Is he going to be able to play next week, and how, at what percent? Is he 50%, 75%, 100%? With Jet Walker and Nash Brewer and Alex Anderson and Preston Power coming on, I like to have to contain. And I think it's just going to be a very good game. I believe last year it came down to the last possession between the two, and I believe it was a turnover by the Show Low Cougars at the end, toward the end of the game, that allowed Snowflake to have the victory, 21-14, I believe, or something like that. Again, you're going to see 2 very closely matched teams going into next Friday's game.
Can't wait for it. And, it's the rivalry. And so, the Cougars are going to be playing like their lives and their reputations depend on it. And that's the kind of game we expect to see next week. Can't wait for it, everybody. I want to thank our entire crew tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for being with us on a wet and dreary and technically challenging game you get in weather like this. Thank you to Show Low High School for the partnership they have with us. A media partnership that we have to provide exclusive coverage of home games with the Show Low Cougars. Thank you to our broadcast team. That includes our producer, Derek Simmons, our technical director, that's Big Joe Matthews. Also today, Sean Ulvestad working with us. Thank you for technical support by Ellie Wickstead, and, of course, our statistician tonight on this one, the lovely Sonia Simmons. You know what? I want to say also thank you to Linda played a role in helping us get some of our broadcast activities done today, and we just don't often enough acknowledge Linda and the help that she provides. So thank you to Linda as well. Byron, we'll see you next week at Snowflake.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, you got Patrick Taylor, Patrick Austin.
Patrick Austin.
And, I'm not sure who else.
How about Byron and Patrick so that I can go watch my son play?
Could be. Where's Blue Ridge playing at?
Blue Ridge is next week playing at home against Mingus. It's their homecoming.
Oh, wow. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, since it's homecoming, maybe I will help you out.
Yeah. And I'm lobbying hard to win Homecoming King because I came up a little short when I was in high school. So I'm going to see if they'll let me.
So let you be able to do
let
it.
Me compete. Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to see.
Okay.
First Homecoming King with this advanced level of male pattern baldness in the history of Homecoming Kings. Okay. Let's see how that works out. But I'm thinking Patrick and Byron on the call. Are you kidding me? Some good stuff next week,
Big game for big announcers.
Big game, bring out the big guns.
That's right.
Okay. All right, folks, have a great night. We certainly have enjoyed having you along. God bless you. Just stay dry and have a great weekend, all that good stuff. We'll see you next Friday night, 5 p.m., for another edition of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. For the entire crew, Floyd Simmons, thanking you for joining us. And a reminder of the final score here, 48-19, Show Low has defeated Wilcox. We'll see you again very, very soon with more of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Good night from Show Low.